Good morning everyone, Tim from BYD Garage here, and it is Friday the 14th of November. We're at the Melbourne Showgrounds where the Everything Electric show is happening. We've got a range of test drive vehicles here. They look really cool, particularly that, I don't know if you can see that, that's the Volkswagen something or other, Buzz I think. Hoping to get a drive of that later. We're here early for a little media preview walk around. We're going to be in this whole exhibition centre all day long. So stay tuned for a walkthrough of the Everything Electric show in Melbourne.
7:59 a.m.
We're thrilled to bring Everything Electric Show's live experience to Melbourne, a city that's proven itself to be at the forefront of Australian clean energy and electric mobility revolution.
So here we are inside the Everything Electric show in Melbourne. When you walk in the front door, you're going to see one of these stands here. This is My Energy, and they've got a range of home chargers available for you. These look like a Type 2 charger, which will work for most EVs in the country. The next stand that we have here is Zeekr. So Zeekr have been around in Australia for a little while, starting with the 7X, I think it was, or the X Mini SUV. But this year, the 7GT is one of the more impressive performance cars that we're going to see in the country. It looks amazing. We've got a full-length light bar. I love the sort of black roof. Maybe it's a glass roof. I'm not even quite sure. Yep, glass roof, lovely. And if we look inside, this is actually a left-hand drive version. So clearly they're going to have to change that for Australia. Big wheels, big brakes, big disc rotors, everything that we love to see in a performance car. Moving around to the next car here, 7X again, Zeekr X, the small SUV, which has been in Australia for a little while, and yeah, a couple of other cars. We've seen the 009 before, that's their sort of MPV minivan. When we look at the other side here, we've got the Xpeng G6. We've seen this in Australia for a little while, and plenty of them on the road, normally in the orange colour, but we've got a white one here. The price, $54,800 for the standard, $59,800 for the long-range G6, so I think quite competitive. Probably a little bit cheaper than a Model Y Juniper, if I remember rightly. Let's move on. We've got the X9 here. Now, you can't buy this one. This is display only, not for sale. I imagine it'll be in the country pretty soon for sale. Is this the one with the massive TV in the roof? Ah, yes, it is. Don't know if you can see from where you are there. But if we go inside the car and we look up at the roof there, that is like a 20, 25, 30-inch TV. It's pretty impressive. Currently closed, but I've sat in this before, and the back seat is like first class. It is absolutely beautiful. The next car that we've got here is a stand from Geely, another Chinese manufacturer. Haven't seen that many on the road here, but I believe this is one of their newer models. Starray EM1, EMI. Again, mid-size SUV, standard with light bar, sunroof, interior. What else can you say? Very competitive market for this mid-range SUV segment here. Looks pretty on the inside. We've got the standard configuration of a heads-up display for a driver, or a driver's display, not a heads-up. Actually, no, there is a heads-up display. If you look right in the corner there, there's a bin that will project speed, directions, everything onto the screen. Nice big screen in the middle. Hop in. We can hop. Oh, we get to hop in. How lucky are we? Oh, beautiful. Got a big center console here. Wireless charging pad. Fly Me sound. Haven't heard of that one. Oh, finally, an actual sunroof that you can stick your hand out of. I'm kind of sick of the fixed glass roofs like I have in my Tesla, so I'm really happy that you can actually get a proper sunroof here. This is the Geely Starray EMI. Quite a nice place to be, really. Okay, moving on. So across the road here, we've got Leapmotor. Leapmotor, I believe, is a Stellantis product. And the C10 and the B10, one of these is a relatively new car in the market here. So apparently this car, according to the notes up here, is available as an ultra hybrid, 1,150 range, but also as a 100% battery car too. Probably a little bit bigger than this one that we have here. This is the B10, so this is only available as an electric. It's not a hybrid at all. Nice cool blue paint, not quite matte, but not quite glossy either. Do love the color. Full electric. Yeah, very nice.
minute, 37 seconds later.
That's a sign. That's a sign that customers in Australia are actually looking for that next wave of EV experience that's really, really accessible. So we get to the municipal starting price of $38,990 drive away on the style, and then $41,990 drive away on the long range design.
And this one here, the Geely EX5, this has been in the market for quite a while. I think this is Geely's first product. And again, the slightly newer EMI that we were just in before. That's probably a fraction larger than the EX5 that we have here. But they share the same sort of family look. I do quite like it. Good stand. So a lot of people don't actually realize, but Nissan actually do make quite a range of electric cars. This one here, I believe, is the Aria, which has been in America for a couple of years already, but only recently launched into Australia. If you know Nissans, this is about a Nissan Juke to X-Trail size, sort of just under a mid-range. I wonder if it's open. Ah, very nice. Oh. So this car here, unlike a lot of the other EVs, has got an integrated sort of display, wraps around a bit, kind of like how the BMWs do it now. So no separate screen for the middle, no separate screen for the driver. We don't have the ability to see what's on the screen here, but how does it feel? Ah, yes, I'm pretty sure this has an actual opening sunroof. Lovely. Yeah, sort of a blue leather, don't know if it's real leather or not, interior. A sort of Alcantara microfiber trim on the door. Very Nissan-like, and I still have an old Nissan. Good. Now, Nissan Qashqai. The name's been around for a while. I don't actually know if this one's electric or hybrid. What do you reckon? Don't know, shrug. E-Power. I think that's probably a bit of a giveaway. Probably is electric, yeah. If not electric, hybrid at the very least. X-Trail E-Power. I don't know about you, but that kind of looks like a petrol engine to me, doesn't? Well, you know, this is where I probably should have done my homework, I guess, but that looks like an airbox. You're not going to need an airbox on an electric motor. Airbox, intake pipe, oil filler tube. Yeah, definitely some kind of hybrid in here, the X-Trail. Australia's only 10-year warranty. I wonder if MG's going to have something to say about that, because I'm pretty sure MG have a 10-year warranty too. I do know with MG, if you do want the 10-year warranty, you do actually have to have all your servicing with MG themselves. Whether or not this works the same way, there you go, 300,000 K when servicing with Nissan. Well, can't really blame them. 10-year warranty, a decade, that's a long time to have a car. The Megane E-Tech Electric, this has been out for a little while, but I swear this is the first time I've actually ever seen one. It looks good. I've got a pretty flat grille here, no air intake. I do like these kind of headlights that swoop down, and the black and white theme, perfect. Charging port on the front left. One thing about EVs is that I kind of wish they would standardize where the port would go. For some cars, it's the front left, a lot of cars is on the back left. Some even put it on the very front, which I guess there's a reason for it. And we've got something on the wraps here in the corner. I'm not sure what it is, but I'm sure we'll find out later on today.
10 seconds later.
Welcome to the debut of the all-new Renault Scenic, ladies and gentlemen.
Right, well, the car's been unveiled. It's a Renault Scenic E-Tech Electric. Now, I've managed to lose my wireless mic in the last minute or two, so apologies for any bad audio that you might hear. Pretty cool looking dashboard, combination of a vertical and a horizontal screen. Now, it wouldn't be an EV show without BYD. They're a huge player in the Australian market, as we know. BYD Shark over there, that's a hybrid Ute. BYD Sea Lion 7. This is a really nice sort of luxury mid to upper size SUV. Heaps of room on the back and a really nice interior too. And this here is the recently launched BYD Atto 2. Now, this is going to make a lot of waves in Australia because look at the price. It's only $32,000 to $36,000 drive away. The other car which has been announced lately is the BYD Atto 1, which I don't think is here today, but that's going to be even cheaper. BYD Atto 1, micro size, city EV. I think it's only from 24,000 plus on-roads, which is a ridiculous price. Shame it's not here, but this is the BYD Atto 2. Small size SUV, a little bit smaller than an Atto 3, just what my father-in-law has, and I've reviewed that on the channel already. Quite a nice interior, actually.
Yeah, but I'm 6 foot, so I suppose.
It's like pretty far back. Yeah, again, not a bad size, I think, for a city-based SUV. Plenty of room. You could have put a boot or a frunk in here, but that's okay. You've got your motor, very nice. Looks quite nice in black, but having owned a black car, I wouldn't own another one because you have to clean it endlessly.
7:59 a.m.
And we've got one Robert Llewellyn.
Thank you, Jack.
Our glorious leader who has driven the Atto 2. Robert, would you like to share a few thoughts on your experience with this car?
Yes, I mean, I can start with my supremely well-informed thing. It's very nice. There you go. Well, the car I've driven the most in Australia is the Atto 3, and this is its smaller sibling. And the Atto 3 is remarkable. I think it really shows in this car in particular, if you have a battery company that starts making cars, then generally your battery technology, your software that controls it, the software that you have in the car is pretty good. And I think they have that massive advantage, BYD. And so, you know, such an easy car to drive. It's one of those cars where, you know, I've had the same experience. I'll get in some cars and go, oh, I know exactly what, I don't even think what to do. That's how you put it in drive. That's how you indicate. All those things are absolutely automatic. The BYD is a very good example of that. So yeah, very impressive car. And not expensive.
Not expensive. That's very well put. Thank you very much, Bobby.
Thank you.
Robert will be popping up across the show weekend, of course he will. Let's do a 180.
We just want to quickly add, I don't know if anyone saw the news yesterday, but the Atto 1 launching here in Australia, coming in at sub $24,000. Wow. So really, I think, you know, that point for a market differential for here in Australia, way cheaper than it is in the UK for us to purchase, but really setting out that transition that we want here for electric vehicles in Australia, to really set that price point much more accessible for a lot more people.
I've only just been aware of the Atto 2, and now they bring in the Atto 1. I had no idea. That's news to me. I didn't know that.
So the Atto 1 here in Australia is what we call the Dolphin Surf, which you had the pleasure of driving.
I have driven Dolphin Surf.
Yes.
Okay, yes. It's just it makes it easy for an old man to remember 15 different names for the same car.
BYD Shark 6, very popular with the tradies. Apparently, this is a massive long thing. And this one here, BYD has so many new models, it's really hard to keep track of what they've actually got. This one here, I think they said it was a hybrid, so that would make it the Sea Lion 6. So a close relative of the Sea Lion 7, but the Sea Lion 7 is pure EV, Sea Lion 6 hybrid. Another one over here, this time in white. So there we go. Thank you, BYD, bringing in half a dozen or so cars. Apart from cars, of course, we do have a lot of EV-related home technology. This one here looks to be a business home charger, I think. Hello. And this is probably overkill for my house, but this looks pretty industrial.
I'm not sure about that. I think that's a camera.
Exploring. Now, Farizon, not a company most people would have heard of unless you're in the commercial space, but as you can tell, this is a high-loader van. Very tall. Cool color. Oh, no way. So that is exactly what this kind of van should be doing. Instead of hauling any dirty, disgusting cargo around, convert it into a little mini house. And with the price of apartments in Melbourne anyway, you might as well drive one of these around. You can't drive an apartment, but you can live in a car. I think that's how it goes anyway. Another commercial van here, another Farizon product. This one not fitted out for a little house. Plenty of room, and most trades will want to fit a pallet between the rear wheel arch, and it looks like it could certainly fit that in there. Next to Farizon, we have the Omoda stand. I must admit, I don't know a great deal about their products. I think they might be related to Greater Wall Motors or Great Wall Motors somehow. quite imposing front grills on these large cars here. Oh, very nice. Matte paint, no fingerprints. The Jaecoo, the J5 EV was just revealed as well. So this is one of their newest products into the Australian market. Let's see if we can get a closer look at it.
7:59 a.m.
We've got enough to be able to pour.
Lovely white interior with some blue headlining or blue trim. Includes a drone maybe. Or a dog cage. Not exactly sure what that is. Jaecoo apparently quite a popular brand in some Asian markets. I've got some Indonesian mates who have them in Jakarta. And a vertical style center screen. Unsure if that rotates. I'm too afraid to touch it in case I break it. Sunroof, retractable shade. Hopefully the sunroof actually opens. Plenty of room in the back. Faux leather of some kind, I'm sure. But a brand I haven't really seen in person before. They weren't at the EV SUV Expo in Melbourne last year. Now, this is the first time I've been to an EV show where Tesla have actually put on a factory-backed display. We've got the new Model Y Juniper in a cool ice blue kind of shade. That one over there, I think that's the new long-range rear-wheel drive Model 3, which has apparently got, what was it, 600, 700 kilometers of range? And everyone's favorite performance car, Tesla Model 3 Performance. Lower spoiler, crazy good wheels. You can take off these little plastic inserts to make it look a whole lot better. Beautiful white interior. And this could be the star of the show. This is the Model Y Performance, just launched.
7:59 a.m.
I'm joined here by Tom, who's the country director for Tesla Australia. Tom, nice to see you again. We had you at our Sydney show earlier this year, where you unveiled the new facelifted Model Y. What have you been up to since then? Been busy?
Yeah, very busy. It's been a great response after we launched the new Model Y. Customers are absolutely loving the refinements and the upgrades that we've made to the product. But in addition to that, we've had the privilege of being the first right-hand drive market to launch full self-driving supercars.
Which I had my first experience in this week, and it was astonishing, truly astonishing. Not just saying that to be nice, more impressive than most adaptive cruise control systems. The guy in the dealership who handed it to me says this is more dialed than cruise control, and it actually was staggering. You're doing test drives with self-driving, aren't you? You're going to send people off on their own in the cars this weekend.
We do have something special just over the other side of the show floor.
Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. We've got another reveal at the show today?
We do. We've actually got a couple of debuts, starting with the new Model 3 long-range rear-wheel drive, which features a phenomenal 750 kilometres of WLTP range. This makes it Australia's longest range EV available today.
And it has stalks.
Yes, backed by popular demand, we did bring back the stalk. In addition, we've also added the new front bumper camera, which debuted on Model Y.
Beautiful. Well, we're looking forward to seeing what's under here, and we're going to hear more about full self-driving very shortly on the tour. Thank you, Tom.
Thank you.
This is going well. Tom, what is this?
This is nothing but performance. This is new Model Y Performance. This really sets the standard for performance SUVs in Australia, all while remaining under the FBT threshold.
One job. I had just one job. Yeah, this is beautiful. I've not driven this, I've driven the fast Model 3, and it is an astonishing step up in terms of vehicle dynamics. Tesla are really starting to get to grips with engineering of chassis now, so expecting this will be the same. When are we seeing these on the road?
You'll be able to experience them in our test drive zone today.
Sensational. Thank you very much, Tom.
Thank you.
We've booked in to take a test drive of one of these, and it will be one of the first test drives in Australia, apparently, for the Model Y Performance. A vent in the front bumper for aero. Very, very big wheels. These are 21-inch staggered, different tyre widths from front to back. and really beautiful new seats only for the Model Y Performance. We've got the plaid badge in the headrest there, and this little part here actually moves, what would you call that, under leg support. Newer high resolution screen, thinner bezels all around. Yeah, a lovely, lovely thing. But my favourite part of the Model Y, actually I've got two favourite parts, I've got the front and the back. Back looks amazing. Now, just looking over to the side here, we've got Aussie Home Loans, I think. Maybe they're financing your EV as well. A couple of electric scooters over there as well. Zero Home, renewable solutions. It looks like they've got a couple of chargers in the corner there and maybe a home battery too. And again, what I believe is the new rear-wheel drive only long-range Model 3. No badging at the back to identify it. This stand here is for EV Energy. They supply apparently the Shell chargers, and there's something about this being the first megawatt charger.
7:59 a.m.
So we're actually launching for the first time in Australia iLight megawatt charger. So this is the most powerful and fastest charger in the country.
So forget your 90, 150, 200, 300 kilowatt chargers, 1 megawatt, 1,000 watts. Probably too difficult to install in my house. Now we've got a range of electric mopeds here. Really cool retro kind of design and a lovely range of retro colours too. I don't have a motorbike license, otherwise I might actually take one for a spin. Out here we can see a range of cars available for test drives. Sign up to the manufacturer's website or their stands here at the show in order to get a test drive. We've got a few coming up, so stay tuned for that. Probably not going to be driving this thing though. An electric Mercedes-Benz truck. That is huge. Don't know what those are for, and I can't even look inside. It's like way too big. Yeah, Actros. No idea about electric trucks. An electric Fuso Canter, I don't know what you'd call that, mini truck of some description. Kia EV9, this here is a display car for tow right. Actually, it's interesting that Kia themselves don't have a factory-backed display to show, because they do have a big range of models from the EV3, the 5, the 9, the EV6 as well. Yeah, so a little unusual Kia aren't on display here. But who is on display? Polestar. They make beautiful cars. They really do. This is actually one of my favorite cars, even though I've never actually driven one. It's the Polestar 4, famous for not having a rear window. Seen this car a couple of times in a few other car shows, but quite a fast little thing if you do get the long-range dual motor, which has got something like 400 kilowatts. That should be enough for most people. But yeah, beautiful interior, plenty of space in the back. Polestar 2, this car's been in the Australian market for quite some time already. Started off as front-wheel drive, and a couple of years later decided no one likes front-wheel drive, so they switched it to rear-wheel drive. Good move. Polestar 3 is kind of like the mini SUV cousin of the Polestar 2, built on the same chassis, but with, of course, a square back. Yet another electric truck. This is a Volvo Electric S8 is the rego. I don't know what that means, but again, I'm probably not going to get a test drive of that. Got a couple of campers there. I don't know if they're actually electric or just designed to be towed by electric car. And, oh, another Polestar 4. That's a gold one over there. As you can see, we've got a large crowd taking in the professional panels, which are having talks here at the moment. And let's have a look at what else we have on the show. Now in this corner here we've got a range of smaller exhibitions, single cars only. Smart, that is a division of Mercedes I believe. We've got an all-electric Cadillac Lyric, which is huge. Not much information about it because there's no one here, and no, you can't even get into it. Good luck trying to sell it. I'm sorry. If you want to sell the car, you're going to have to do a little bit better than that, I think. This one here is an EQA, I think it is. don't really see many of these on the road. They're quite a big thing. They're pretty close to a GLC in terms of size. But we got the Big Daddy here. We've got an electric G-Wagon. I could never understand why these things are like $400,000 in a petrol car. Guess I'm not selling enough drugs to afford one of these. But this electric one here, yeah, no idea how much it's going to cost you. I think it's less than the petrol version. But yeah, oh look, maybe it's just me. I don't quite see the appeal. Yeah, that was loud. Now, a couple of Lotuses here. The Electra is the SUV version of the sedan. I think that's called the Amiva, all-electric Hyper GT. Pretty good looking thing, but if it was my money, I'd still get a Porsche Taycan. I think they look a little bit nicer. Front end of this looks a lot like the Lamborghini Urus with slightly thinner headlights. And a beautiful McLaren. This would be a hybrid of some kind. I don't know much about supercars. Artura, that's what it is. And again, not just cars here at the show. This is the AGL stand with a Tesla Powerwall battery there. They're available for all kind of inquiries if you're interested in home, electrical, battery storage, solar, all that kind of thing. I really don't know much about solar or batteries because I don't have either. So I might actually have a chat with some of these people later on. I think this is a really clever idea. Premium solar carport. If you're going to have a carport, why not have it generate you some money and electricity anyway while you've got it there? We've got EVOS as well, EV charger company, Rev Charge, excess solar flows into the EV battery. So this sounds like a vehicle to home, V2H solution, which I hope will actually be launched in Australia pretty soon. Because buying a battery in an electric car is actually a whole lot cheaper than buying a battery on its own. Oh, and before I forget, there's a couple of cool old things here. Check out this electric motorbike. Wow, looks tough. And if only I'd kept my old Porsche 911, I could have converted it to electric. So my 911 dumped an exhaust valve and killed the engine, and I just sold it for a little bit less than what I bought it for. But yeah, pretty cool. Beautiful condition. BMW 2002. I think this is what started off the 3 Series. We're at the Tesla self-driving and demonstration stand. We're going to take a few cars for a drive later on.
7:59 a.m.
This is rather exciting. This is quite an impressive display. Tell us about what we're looking at.
This is our dedicated test drive zone for full self-driving.
Where people will be able to sign up and be accompanied by many supervisors, or you're setting them out into the wild on their own?
There'll be a mix of both. Either if customers are comfortable to go out and experience it on their own, otherwise our team can ride along with them. We've actually got 20 cars here so to facilitate the largest ever test drive event we've actually held in Australia.
Here's a couple more cars where the manufacturer, I'm not sure if this is a manufacturer entry or independent entry, but this is a pretty cool looking little Fiat Abarth. I don't even know if it's electric or not, but you know, it's in a nice colour, so we'll let that slide. A Jeep something or other. Sorry, not interested in that. And another Fiat 500. If I remember rightly, these started about 60k drive away and pretty soon became 40k drive away. So yeah, there are bargains to be had. I think one day I'll start a bit of a vodcast podcast about, you know, electric car values, new car launches, that kind of thing. If you reckon you might be interested in that, please like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned. ID Buzz Cargo. I've actually booked in a test drive of an ID Buzz. That'll be later on in the video. Cool looking thing. I like the grille. Sort of diamond pattern there. 3 across in the front seat. Much nicer than other vans I've driven. And plenty of room for your cargo there. Same with this one here. This is a commercial vehicle from Volkswagen, e-Transporter. I imagine it has a lot of similarity to the underpinnings of the ID Buzz. But this is cool. Two-tone. More cars need to be two-tone. Silver and red, white and blue, green and yellow, whatever you like. But this is a really good looking thing. So we'll be driving this one later on to see if it drives as good as it looks. Plenty of room in the back. And it's a 7-seater with 2 more seats in the very back. Huge truck, windows, all electric. And yet again, more residential solar carports. That's really clever. I wonder how much kilowatts that much solar panels could generate. We might find out later. Kyber's electric vehicles looks like a personal mobility solution, a custom-made solar EV from Flinders University. An area here to test drive, I think, some electric transport and mopeds probably. Oh, yet another couple of old classic cars. Remember that BMW we looked at a moment ago? Classic Volkswagen Beetle and a thing. I don't know what this is. So this show is actually quite large. It's 2 or 3 times the size of the Melbourne EV SUV show that I went to the other year. Certainly a lot more non-vehicle exhibitors as well, for solar, for batteries, for things like that. I think this is a Deepal? Yes, Deepal, E07. Massive front trunk in there. These are a really good idea. You can fit messy things in, things that might spill, things that might smell. Oh, is this the... Yeah, this is the one that sort of converts into a ute at the back. How interesting. This is either genius or insanity. I'm not quite sure yet. So there's a glass window between the storage area and the rear seat. I imagine that would slide back down to make this fully weatherproof and enclosed like a car. Wow, that's so bizarre. Do I like it? I don't know. Maybe. I don't think I decided yet. Let's have a look inside. Yeah, super interesting. Well, you know, you've got to give them credit for ingenuity. And I'm not knocking any of the mid-sized SUVs, of which we're seeing about 50 of them here, but it's something different at least. In a way, the problem with EVs is that there's so many new entrants into the EV market in Australia, it's kind of hard to pick one over the other. The formula for an EV is very similar. Certainly the most popular one we've seen is a mid-sized SUV, glass roof or panoramic roof, couple of screens on the dash, nice seats. Is there any more innovation beyond that? I hope so. Not complaining, just observing. Now, we are almost back at the start again. Over there, Tesla Owners Club, putting out a few cars for display. We've got local electricians getting you off gas. Actually, that's quite relevant because my gas bills, I've really tried to not use my gas anymore, and I'm thinking about changing my gas heater over to a air conditioner one, but that's boring. You don't want to hear about that. Over here, Basis. This is a smart switchboard solution, I think, which was developed in Australia. Good job, good innovation there.
7:59 a.m.
So yeah, we have the world's first smart panel. It's taken 4 years of R&D to get the product to market, and we're here today to launch it in Australia effectively.
Another way to get rid of gas. Gas is horrible.
What are you doing up there?
I'd also like to thank the organisers of Everything Electric for inviting us to the show and giving us access to the early walkthrough.
Yeah. I want to check that out. I want to see the screen. I I didn't even remember the screen. To be honest, today's my first day seeing the performance as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
it was a bit more. It was a big event. Yeah. Okay. So.
The pedals are like metal as well.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So what we'll do first is just like any normal test drive. Is we start from here, and then we're gonna first do your steering wheel. So how's your steering? You want to adjust that?
Yeah.
Will this be your first Tesla?
Yes.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Oh wow, first Tesla going the Model Y Performance?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm coming from like an AMG. So
Oh, okay, yeah, fair enough. You can also push it to like the left and the right as well. Yeah, so if you want to adjust that too. And it's a good thing you got an Apple Watch. You can connect that as a key as well. Nice. I didn't already know.
Yep.
Just gonna bring this down a little bit so I'm not getting blasted. And then mirrors. So how's your left side mirror?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yep, there's your right. Yeah, so we would turn right. Yep. And use that scroll wheel. I'm assuming you've already watched like a ton of videos. I'm gonna do it from very far. Turn left onto this road.
Still, go for it.
I want to do a quick. That's the speed. There you go.
But that was in standard mode, right?
Oh yeah, actually
was that in standard?
Yeah, that was standard. But no, that's gonna be better than that.
That's good for the half a second.
Yeah. It's like, alright, now it's over.
Have to be careful because of the tram tracks too.
Correct.
The visualizations are a lot different to my older Model 3. It's more detailed, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. Maybe it's on a newer update or something than mine.
Well, this is obviously what you're going to get when you're driving with FSD.
Yeah.
But there's actually something with a more expanded view, which I don't think we've got it. Oh, it is enabled, but we'll disregard that because you're not allowed to use that right now. However, if we go expand full self-driving visualization, usually it'll expand it even more.
Yeah, good.
It's quite cool.
It's quite interesting. That's great.
How many kilometers on this car?
Let's find out. 21.
20.
There you go.
So really one of the first performance Model Y test drives.
Correct.
Cool.
Yeah, that's kind of cool to know.
Yeah. This one, is it?
Yeah, we'll turn left, Even though there's no car spot physically there.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. There's no lines, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
And it'll detect that there's a car next to it, and it'll give it like a spot
That's so
for it.
cool.
Wow.
But you only get that with FSD, right?
That's correct, yeah. It used to be part of the enhanced autopilot package, but now we've just combined the two. Right now, parking and full self-driving are two different things.
Yeah.
Just so you guys know. So, but when V14 comes out, they'll be together.
Okay, yeah.
So, like, if you did FSD, it would just come here.
Yeah.
Straight here.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much for that.
No worries, guys. And then have a bit of a wander, come back.
Yeah.
And then it'll either be me or someone else will take you guys for your full self-driving. You can have a look here.
I don't look at the seats because they look great.
And then you'll see here they've also added the thigh, so you can bring this back, for instance.
Oh, you're right. Oh, neat.
Yeah. The bucket seats are always very comfortable.
And the skirts, so the arrow.
Big wheels. What, 20 inch at least? 21. 21.
I think I've got someone. Oh yeah. Sorry. So you guys come inside. Using it just for the FSD, so much easier.
So you can program it for either, or it's always FSD?
It's you can program it for either. I think just probably going to tell you to do
the loop.
Yeah. For FSD. Usually, if you didn't activate FSD, you can program for anything else, like climate or whatever. It's really customizable in that sense. Looks like she needs FSD.
In 200 meters, turn left onto Langs Road.
So once we're on the main road,
Right, yep.
it's one push on the right
Yeah, one
button.
push on the right button and it will activate it for you.
See you later. I'm alright, yeah. Sure am. I think I don't listen to anyone anymore. What the hell?
Traffic control is just there, you know.
Then?
Just leave your foot off the accelerator and your hands off the wheel, just like praying, literally. Or you can do that.
Well,
yeah,
I mean, in my car, every now and again it'll nag you. Okay, just nudge the wheel.
Nah, as long as you're looking at the road.
Right.
You're
So,
good to go.
so the
Yeah,
camera's still staring at me, right?
Yeah, it's literally staring at you. Elon's looking at you right now.
Oh, I know. Because I noticed, I look away for a second, it'll give you the prompt, touch the wheel, pay attention. So the dark blue line indicates FSD.
Yeah, FSD, that's correct.
Because I didn't have FSD in my car, so it just had like the 2 lines for...
the 2 lines, yep. So
TACC
I think you should be on hardware free, so usually that's not compatible with FSD.
Yeah, so it will recognise things like red lights,
exactly,
green lights, turning green lights, that kind of thing.
Exactly. Runabouts, doing runs.
Yeah.
Anything income, like you say, the car's parked, it's coming out, it'll stop.
So is there any like timing, like it'll always ask you every 3 minutes to touch it, or it depends on...
it's pretty much just, you just gotta leave your eyes on the road, because it's watching you right now.
Right.
It's not like every time you gotta, jerk that, put your hands on the...
So in theory, I could program 1 hour away,
Yep.
and this would fully self-drive me all the way.
Exactly. As long as you got your eyes on the road.
As long as I'm not eating a hamburger
Exactly.
and reading a book. And...
Exactly.
Right, that's big improvement over the one I'm currently using.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I heard, like, so when I bought my car, it was a $10,000 option at the time, which I didn't take because I haven't got 10 grand to spend on something I wasn't going to get.
Yeah.
And now it's monthly available as well.
Yes, monthly available, so it's $150 per month. That's subject to change.
Yeah.
So Elon could decide to change it up if he wanted to, but currently it's $150. In our inventory, we're giving off at least $3,000 off the FSD.
So this is where I'll be interested to see how it manages with that. So that's a red light.
That's a red light. So what's going to happen is because he's got to turn into that lane.
Yeah.
It's going to indicate right.
It'll recognise the dotted line, the turning line.
Now turn right
Oh,
onto
indicator
Lines
on.
Road.
Oh,
Indicator on.
nice. Automatically.
So now, like how you're going to
Correct
see
lane.
these cars right there, if the car were to come in our lane.
It would.
Priority is for us, so technically speaking, if someone were to.
Right. But if it was a green light and you saw a car coming, it'll be like, oh crap.
Well, technically speaking, needs to go.
Come on, mate.
he goes on the stop, but he doesn't go on a go.
Ooh, nice. Okay, pretty good.
Turn.
Yep.
There we go.
It indicates for me. It turns off the indicator for me. It
indicate
turns.
for-
It stops. It goes.
It parks.
Wow.
Which we will do once we arrive at
So
the destination.
like a parallel park like that, or a reverse park?
Yeah, reverse
or...
park, any park, so it would detect like a parking.
Yeah.
It would work really well right now.
So I'm on my 2022 Model 3 with hardware 3, which this one is hardware 4. And it's not really available for hardware 3 at the moment?
No, not at the moment, no. So, yeah, that is not... I mean, there are talks, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Say nothing per se.
Yeah.
But yeah, currently it's only on hardware 4s. So you can,
I can
take over, and then we're going to look for a parking spot, whichever.
Now your destination is on the left.
Hopefully there's a parking.
Where? So this we're gonna let it park for
Yeah,
ourselves
exactly.
too,
We're
hey?
just going to look for a spot.
Are we?
If there is any.
Oh.
I mean, those ones are
Disabled.
Yeah.
This one
Taken.
on the
This one right here.
Taken. So.
Now we can just stop here.
Yep.
What's gonna happen is we're just gonna.
Oh, sorry, mate.
Oh, good. We see this parking spot here. Okay.
Once he goes.
It's tripping out. Yep, I can do here.
Yep.
It's gonna get you there.
Oh, so.
Simple as that. Just press on P. It's gonna show you. It's gonna park here.
Oh, there. Right. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh. So you can see that curb there.
Yeah.
See that curb? Oh god, it shits me. See that? That looks tight.
It is tight.
That's why he's gonna go. Oh, smart car.
Have to do a
Look at that. Yeah. Curb close. When is my wife's parking? So this is part of FSD, or it's not part of EAP?
There's also the enhanced autopilot, which is also going to do that yourself parking. But usually FSD is that's what's going to involve everything. Like your it's a lot. Yeah, and then rotate that right-hand dial forward where in drive. Come off the brake pedal, and the car will. Excuse me, Paul.
Vroom vroom.
Yeah,
so it's got creep.
Yeah,
creep
so
mode. Can you turn that off?
You can.
Or?
Yeah. So literally 2 buttons. Auto hold on and off. braking.
All right.
Yep.
So-
And then if you just toggle it again, it'll go back to normal drive.
Okay.
Oh, it's not full one pedal.
Right,
Sorry,
right.
no, it's not full one pedal. It will heavily regen down to about 5 kilometers an hour, and then it will creep like a normal automatic car.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I usually recommend everybody just run along in drive, in normal drive, sorry, non-regen, because when you come off the throttle pedal, as the car is coasting, it will still give you a little bit of regen to simulate a normal engine brake.
Yeah.
And then also, if you only give the car a light application of the brake pedal, of width and length, it is quite big, and the wheels are right in the corners.
Yeah.
So it is. Yeah.
Good ride. And this is the base model, not the top spec with like more dual motor or anything like that.
Yeah, correct. So this is the ID Buzz. Actually, I don't even think this is a Pro. I think the dark blue ones are the Pros. So this is effectively the entry level. This is the entry level 7-seater.
With any options, or this is like the entry level?
The roof may be an option. I'll have to double check with the Volkswagen team at the stand.
Yeah. Or the middle one as well?
The third row. Yeah. Actually, I think the middle row. I think that might actually even just like unclick.
Yeah, that'd be really difficult.
Oh no, yeah, they are bolt-ins.
Yeah.
They are bolt-ins, yeah. But you can, if you just get a torque speed, just be careful, it is 60 here. Yep. And we do drop.
A unique little thing, you're not going to get many other competitors of this EVs this size.
Yeah, they've kind of created their own little sub-segment, haven't they? As you said, that was quite comfortable because it's built on the same platform as the other ID products.
Yeah. So that was the Everything Electric show in Melbourne. We've had a look at all the cars on display, we took a couple of test drives, and we've had a really good day out. It's quite a large show. It's bigger than the EV SUV shows that we attended the other year. You can check my other videos for that. If you found it useful, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next EV related video.